as you lay your head down tonight, understand this truth. Your gratitude is the call, and wealth is the response. In the quiet hours when your conscious mind rests, your subconscious remains wide awake, ready to receive the impressions you give it. Fill it with appreciation. Let the words, "I am so grateful for money," echo softly through your inner world, not as a wish, but as a recognition of what already exists within the unseen. Allow. You are not pleading for riches, you are aligning with them. Wealth is not something you chase by day, it is something you claim in spirit by night. Gratitude is the spiritual key that unlocks the vault of abundance. Each thankful thought sends out a vibration that money recognizes and returns to. Just as the farmer gives thanks before the harvest, so too must you give thanks before the riches arrive. Every time you say thank you with emotion, you deposit belief into your mental bank. These invisible deposits compound while you sleep. Feel the joy of being provided for. Imagine opportunities that money brings. Picture your debts dissolved, your dreams funded, your life flowing freely. Gratitude is not passive. It is a creative force that sculpts your reality. As you drift into sleep, let your last thought be one of abundance. Say to yourself, "I am so grateful for the money that finds me easily and endlessly." Trust this. What you deeply feel in the silence becomes form in the daylight. The world rearranges itself quietly for the one who dares to believe with certainty. And when you rise, do so knowing that unseen wealth has already begun its journey to you. Gratitude is not just a polite gesture. It is a powerful force that shapes the reality you experience. When you express sincere thanks for what you have, even if it's only a little, you activate a magnetic energy that begins pulling unseen resources toward you. In the invisible realm of thought and vibration, wealth already exists in abundance, waiting to be claimed. But it does not respond to lack, fear, or desperation. It responds to appreciation. Gratitude tells Teresa. It shifts your mind from scarcity to sufficiency, from doubt to certainty. Like a magnet, it does not strain or struggle. It simply attracts. It simply attracts. And what it attracts are the opportunities, ideas, and circumstances that translate spiritual wealth into physical form. Gratitude is the beginning of every fortune. It is the silent agreement between your inner world and the outer one that abundance belongs to you. True wealth begins in the unseen, within your thoughts, your emotions, and most importantly, your attitude. When your heart is genuinely thankful, you signal to the universe that you already trust in your abundance. This is not blind optimism. It is the ability to feel rich while your pockets are still empty, to feel secure while the circumstance. Such gratitude is a spiritual declaration. I know it's already mine. And this knowing moves mountains. The person who waits to be thankful until after the treasure arrives delays the arrival itself. But the one who gives thanks in advance has already crossed the threshold of wealth in mind and spirit. And because the outer world always mirrors the inner, the physical must eventually conform to the emotional truth. Riches, like all forms of good, are drawn not to neediness, but to those who vibrate with confident gratitude. Conscious mind never sleeps. While your conscious thoughts fade at night, your deeper mind continues to absorb, record, and respond. It is a vast, fertile field. Whatever you plant in it, especially before sleep, begins to take root and grow. Gratitude is the seed that carries a vibration of abundance. Thankful not just for what you have, but for what is on its way. You program your subconscious to accept abundance as your natural state. This nightly ritual of appreciation bypasses resistance and logic, allowing your inner world to align effortlessly with prosperity. Just as a gardener doesn't question whether the soil will yield fruit, you must trust that your subconscious, once properly seeded with gratitude over time, with consistent feeling and faith, your life begins to mirror the abundance you've nurtured in silence. Gratitude, spoken in the stillness of night, becomes the blueprint your subconscious follows to build your tomorrow. While the body rests, the mind enters its most receptive and creative state. Sleep is not a pause from life. It is the sacred workshop where your subconscious rearranges your world according to the thoughts and feelings you carried into the night. What you dwell on before sleep becomes instruction for the invisible forces that shape your reality. This is why your final thoughts are so powerful. They bypass resistance and sink deeply into your inner self. Belief is formed. Gratitude finds the frequency of your mind. Just like a radio dial must be set to the right station to receive a clear signal, your mind must be set to appreciate abundance. Not only for what you have, but for what you are expecting. You align your inner state with the vibration of prosperity. This inner harmony makes you sensitive to the opportunities, people, and ideas that carry wealth into your life. A grateful mind does not block abundance with fear, doubt, or frustration. It remains open, receptive, and expectant. And in this open state, you become like a magnet, drawing to you the very things your heart desires. Prosperity is not something you chase. It is something you attract through readiness. Gratitude is the proof of that readiness. The more sincerely and repeatedly you express it, the more clearly your mind signals to the universe, I am prepared to receive. It always responds to such a signal. Gratitude is not merely a feeling. It is a form of energetic currency. Each time you offer a thankful thought, especially when it is felt deeply and sincerely, you are making a spiritual deposit into the unseen account that governs your reality. This account, held by the universe, is not limited by time, logic, or circumstance. It records every vibration you emit, and gratitude is among the most powerful frequencies of all. When you think and feel thank you for something you already have, or even for something not yet seen, you are acknowledging its existence on a higher plane. You are saying, it is already mine. This act of faith is like placing a request and confirming its fulfillment at the same time. Just as a bank honors transactions based on trust and balance, the universe honors gratitude as a signal of belief and alignment. Over time, the accumulation of these spiritual deposits compounds into visible results. Gratitude is the quiet contract between you and the infinite, signed not with words, but with emotion. Wealth is not something to be pursued like a prize always out of reach. It is a state of alignment, frequency you tune into with your emotions. Chasing implies separation, a belief that what you desire is distant or difficult to attain. But harmony implies unity, resonance, closeness. You attract what you are in sync with, not what you desperately run after. Feeling is the bridge that connects you to the reality you desire. When you feel abundant, secure, and grateful, regardless of current circumstances, you match the vibration of prosperity itself. And because everything in this universe responds to energy, wealth begins to find its way to you effortlessly. It comes through ideas, people, and circumstances that seem coincidental, but are in fact direct responses to your emotional state. The richest lives are not built on striving, but on inner alignment. You become a magnet for money, not by working harder alone, but by feeling richer now. Harmony is the secret passage. Feeling is the key. Money responds to clarity and gratitude like a loyal servant obeys a wise master. It does not lead, it follows. When your mind is definite in purpose and rooted in sincere thankfulness, money begins to move in your favor. Indecision and ingratitude confuse the flow of wealth, causing it to scatter or delay. But when you know exactly what you want and why you want it, and you give thanks as if it's already yours, you issue a clear command to the forces that govern prosperity. Money is not chaotic. It is highly obedient to the vibration you hold. It goes where it is respected, where it is welcomed, and where it is directed with intention. A grateful mind does not treat money as a source of stress, but as a tool of purpose, and that mindset multiplies it. When you combine a definite goal with a grateful heart, you do more than attract wealth. You master it. In this state, money stops controlling you and instead begins to serve the vision you carry. Belief alone has power, but belief infused with deep emotion becomes unstoppable. When you believe in your financial success with feeling, not just wishful thinking, but burning conviction, you ignite a current of energy that begins to move unseen forces on your behalf. This emotionalized belief is what turns a thought into a command and a desire into a demand, backed by the law of vibration. The universe does not respond to empty words. It responds to what is felt confidently. When your belief in abundance is charged with enthusiasm, joy, gratitude, and certainty that pulls wealth towards you with precision, it alters your actions, reshapes your and places you in the right position to receive what you believe is already yours. This is a spiritual and energetic law. Emotion is the fuel, belief is the vehicle, and together they carve a financial path that bends wrath